Hey guys, welcome back to MJ Homestead. I just wanted to do a quick video here, let you guys know. I'll tell you a little story on how I ended up with something like this, being my concealed carry piece for myself or whatever. It's kind of a long story, but when Mary and I first got together, I really didn't have a whole lot of interest in guns or anything, guns or shooting or anything that kind of thing. I think I owned one, I think it's a Model 17 Marlin, 17 HMR rifle, just in case a skunk wandered onto the property or something like that. Well, I owned that thing for probably 7 years, and maybe shot half a box of ammo through it over the course of that 7 years. So I really wasn't into it or anything like that. Well, when Mary first started, coming to visit me and things like that, she would bring this with her, the Model 66 Taurus revolver, chambered in 357 Magnum or whatever. That's the only thing the only pistol I've really ever been, exposed to or anything like that. I didn't really know anything about pistols. So later on, when I actually started shooting a little bit and found out it is actually kind of fun. I liked it a lot, but that was the only thing I really knew was kind of, her revolver that she would bring over and things. So when I decided to get a pistol for myself, I thought big bore. That's what you need. I mean, you're looking at 357 Magnum rounds, 158 grain pill coming out of the end of this thing. And it just screams out like 1,200 feet per second. That's a lot of stopping power. So, in my opinion, at the time, the stopping power, that's what I want. I want, something I want a cannon in my pocket. So I ended up buying myself well, actually, Mary bought it for me. She's standing behind the camera and she just scowled at me. She actually bought it for me for Christmas. So I didn't buy it myself. That was a lie. Anyway, this is a Ruger SR45. So I wanted the 45 round. I want, big bore. Much as I could possibly get. I want takedown power. I want that 220 grain bullet. That's what I want. But neither one of these weapons really can be concealed very well. I mean, you're asking for it. You carry something like that around, So this always stayed at home, in a drawer or whatever. Always loaded. It was, kind of a home defense kind of a gun and things. But I kind of thought, what if Mary's home? She's gonna want the revolver home with her. But what if I'm out? I can just throw this in my truck. That'll work out good. And it did. It was just fine. I could carry it with me or whatever. But I can't really. It's hard to conceal. I wasn't really thinking about concealment at the time. Like I said, I was new into this whole shooting thing, so I didn't think about concealment. I just thought, well, yeah, I want takedown power is what I want. I want a big round. The only disadvantage to that is, a semi-auto like this in 45, the 45 ammo is so fat and so huge. It's almost half an inch across. You can only put 10 of these in a magazine. I wasn't thinking about that either. I just thought, yeah, this is what I want. And love the pistol, both of them. I mean, they're great pistols. They both function well. Never had any problems with any of them. But having something that you can actually conceal is kind of nice too. Well, then along the line somewhere, Mary ended up inheriting this from her son. It's a Taurus PT809. It's a full size 9mm. Getting away from the big cartridges. And like I said, I didn't really do a whole lot of shooting, so I didn't know a whole lot about ammo or anything like that. I just thought, yeah, I want big, a lot of power sort of a thing. Start shooting something like this, and it's got a 17 round mag of 9mm. And 9mm isn't, like a weak round. Once I started shooting it and things, you hear in some of the gun channels that 9mm is a little bit weak and things like that. But I mean, if you look at what the bullet actually does, it's a 115 grain projectile, which is quite a bit smaller than the 57 Magnum, a lot smaller than the 45 as far as bullet weight goes. But it's still got about the same velocity as a 357 Magnum. It's about 1,200 feet per second. So, just shooting out here or whatever, you shoot one of these little hard balls or these little, ball ammo or whatever, out, you shoot 40 yards out from the deck at a crate that we have sitting out there. I normally staple targets to, and it'll punch through the 2x or 1x4 in the front, and then come right out the back or whatever too. So I would think there would be plenty of stopping power, plus you get 17 rounds of ammo. So now I was starting to change my mind a little bit. Like maybe smaller calibers aren't so bad. But this here is still a full-size pistol. It's about the same size as this Ruger, almost exactly. So still not very concealable, And then somewhere along the line, after we started kind of thinking about that kind of a thing, Mary used to take this to work and things with her once in a while. She had to hide it under the seat because she can't really put it in her purse or anything like that. So we got this little Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. It's a compact version. It's a 8-round single stack magazine. So it's real thin and things, and that fit right in her purse, and it was, you know, no problems. You can carry it with her wherever she went and all that kind of stuff. And then she started, you know, firing more weapons kind of like this. And like I said, I started to grow to like the 9mm cartridge. I think thinking it has plenty of power, you know, plenty of velocity, so plenty of penetration and all that kind of stuff. I don't really see a problem with it. I thought, well, you know, it'd be nice for me to be able to conceal something too, you know, and actually be able to carry it with me. Because, you know, instead of just throwing something like this in my truck console or whatever, I can actually carry it with me on my person all the time. I actually did that twice, is all, you know, after I got my, you know, a concealed carry pistol. And it's weird if you're not really used to doing that all the time, and you're not really used to guns anyway. In general, you feel like you're doing something wrong. And I walk into a gas station to buy a pop and a pack of smokes, but I'm carrying a gun. You know, it just feels weird having that on you all the time. Until you kind of get used to it and you think, well, you know, having a gun around or on you, it really isn't that big of a deal. Anyway, I decided to get myself a compact concealed carry type of a pistol too. But I didn't really know what to get. I know the 9mm cartridge was fine for me. I didn't have a problem with the cartridge anymore. You know, I kind of got away from that whole big bore idea. They had on sale at our local gun shop here. They had these here. This is what I bought for myself for my first concealed carry gun. It's a Taurus PT-111 G2. I think it was $220 extra magazine. You know, and actually this is a double stack. It's a little bit thicker than this M&P. So it holds 12 rounds of 9mm. I thought that's a great deal. I get more rounds of, you know, ammo, and still got the 9mm cartridge, so I had the same stopping power, and you know, it's a great gun, and it has been a great gun. All the guns I've shown you so far have performed just wonderfully. We haven't had any problems with them whatsoever. I'd recommend any of them to anybody. But so I carried this one for a while, probably a little over a year. You know, carry it or whatever, and take it with me all the time, and that kind of a thing. And it's been great. It's eating any kind of ammo I want to feed it, and do a hollow point or steel cased or, you know, premium ammunition or whatever, and it hasn't been a problem. So it's fine. I had no problem with it. But then I decided, you know, what I wanted to do was for each of my kids for their 21st birthday, since they can get their concealed carry license on their 21st birthday, you know, maybe I'd buy them their first concealed carry gun. So I didn't want them to wait as long as I did. You know, I'd be in my late 30s or whatever before I even know what guns are, you know, protecting myself and things. You know, I didn't want them to wait that long, so maybe I just buy that for them for their 21st birthday. And my girls, I thought, would probably like something like this, like a Smith & Wesson. And it would work out great for them. It's a great purse gun. Like I said, slim and things works out great for Mary. They'd buy them something like this, or maybe like a Ruger SR9S, a striker-fired 9mm. It's kind of the same thing as this. You know, just they have both have something different, you know, or whatever. But my son, he's a kind of a history buff. He likes that kind of stuff, and I don't know if a regular, you know, like a conventional, just over-the-counter pistol, you know, he'd like it, I'm sure, but I thought he'd appreciate something with a little more story to it or something like that. So I started poking around. I thought maybe like a Tokarev or something, you know, or a Makarov or something. I started looking online, and they had these, it's a Polish P83 Vanad, I think it's called. It's spelled Wanad with a W, but I think in Poland they pronounce that with a V sound. I don't know. That's what I've heard anyway. Okay, so I took this thing out after I bought it and things, and I think I shot 3 or 4 rounds through it. Absolutely loved it. It was great. Just the weight of it, and you know, the absolute quality that in which they like make these kind of pistols. Well, and the difference is, I mean, this is made for like public consumption. This is for, you know, just anybody to, you know, pick up, and this is your gun. You just go ahead and do what you want with it. But this is a piece of military hardware, military grade hardware. That's the reason it feels different. It's the reason why that has that kind of quality. Like, you're not stopping this thing. For me, I thought after I shot it a few times, and I thought, I really like that. You know, it's really nice. I would like to have something like that kind of quality, you know, to carry around with me. I mean, something like this, if you're going to compare the two, and it's old. So it doesn't have very many accessories to it. Or, you know, it doesn't have any like bells and whistles. It's just crude and simple, and it just works. And for me, you know, if you're gonna you know, carry a pistol with you all the time, my main concern is I want the trigger. I want it to go boom when I pull the trigger. That's it. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. mean, it'd be like driving a 1970 Cadillac, no air conditioning, AM/FM radio only, no no perks, but you hit the key and she goes every single time. It's quality. It's quality built. It's heavy. It's gonna suck gas. It's gonna do all that. That's what this is. This would be like a 2018 Prius. You can plug your phone into the radio. It'll play your Spotify and your satellite radio, and you can tell it to it'll ask it directions. It'll tell you. It has all the bells and whistles. Has a little pop up, bullet indicator, illuminated sight, not illuminated, but white post sights and things like that. Special checkered grips. All has all the bells and whistles, but it feels like a toy in your hand. Is the thing. And the quality isn't there. Like I said, great pistol. It's done everything I wanted it to do, but it just feels spongy when you pull the trigger. It feels like a not like a real weapon like this did. I really enjoyed that. That's kind of what I wanted. So that's why I ended up with this, the Bulgarian Makarov as a concealed carry. And if you look at how your opinion can change a lot of times, just as you get exposed to things like that. I didn't know anything about guns. I need a lot of power. I need a lot of firepower. I need a lot of ammo. I need tons of ammo, and in case I get into a firefight with 10 people or something like that. And this is an 8-round single stack, same as this one, which is the only thing I didn't like about this one, which is why I went with this one in the first place. But now I'm willing to concede and have a smaller, actually a smaller round too. It fires a 9x18 Makarov round, which isn't even like a 9x19 Luger. Well, the difference between those two of those or whatever is 9mm Luger shoots like an 115 grain bullet at about 1,200 feet per second, about the same as the Magnum. This little guy here probably goes a little over 1,000 feet per second, 95 grain, a lot smaller. But my opinion has changed a lot as far as what you actually need to stop somebody. If you're gonna have to stop somebody, once you shoot them, they've just been shot. They don't care what you just shot them with. They know they've just been shot. They're going to stop I think they're going to stop whatever they're doing to a point. I mean, like a 22 or something. Like maybe they could still, come at you after that. But I don't think that they're getting up much after you actually really shoot them with a real pistol round. That's just my opinion at this time. Whatever. But anyway, the Makarov. Another thing I liked about these old military pistols, I think they're styled after the old Walther pistols or whatever. So they're a straight blowback, fixed barrel design. The couple times I shot my sons, kind of fell in love with it or whatever. I was smacking a crate out at 40 yards off my deck with the pistol, and I think one of the reasons for that is because of the fixed barrel. This barrel doesn't move; it's fixed to the gun. It adds a lot of accuracy, in my opinion. The barrel doesn't move. In any kind of a modern type of a semi-auto gun, the barrel moves. Every time you shoot it, the barrel comes up, and if you can move that barrel around with your finger. So when the shot goes off, if this moves a millimeter over here, and you go out 10 yards, how does that calculate out as far as how far you're off the target now? In my opinion, I think that makes a big difference. That's one of the reasons I really like this. But yeah, so I ended up with a Bulgarian Makarov as my concealed carry weapon. I love it. Anyway, you guys, thanks for listening to me talk about all this stuff today. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't subscribed, we appreciate the subscribers. Love to have you subscribe. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Have a great day.